Guys, this is Mr. Josh J, and this is your review of the F1 2014 Hungarian Grand Prix. So right, now in qualifying, Lewis Hamilton had a fuel leak in his car, caught on fire, so for a second race running he was out in Q2. I could not believe it. And what happened was the car must have been smoking away for about 10 minutes before the fire went out. So Lewis Hamilton started from the pit lane because he needed his gearbox repaired and other things repaired as well. So the race started off. It's a good start by Nico Rosberg, Sebastian Vettel and Bottas. Also Daniel Ricciardo got off the line well, and then later on there's a crash, the Caterham crash, which brought out the safety car, so that backed everyone up and a lot of teams came into pits. McLaren, the Jenson Button and Kevin Magnussen put on the intermediate tyres. Then what happened was later on, when the track started drying out, they put Jenson on the wrong tyres because Jenson Button for a while, for a few laps at least, was leading the race, which it was fun while it lasted, I suppose, but bad move by McLaren to do that. That cost Jenson badly. So Daniel Ricciardo took the lead in the race, doing very well, and then Nico Rosberg was having a few problems. He didn't quite have the pace, so that means Hamilton caught up, and Hamilton was just 2 cars behind Rosberg after restart. Actually, the safety car stayed out a bit longer first of all because Roman Grosjean actually had a crash on the same corner as well, where Marcus Ericsson crashed. Now, what's happening with these new V6 power units, that they do tend to spin around more in the turbo engine, so you need to watch out a bit. They do spin around a bit more. That's what Martin Brundle said on Sky Sports F1, and also DC said that on BBC F1. So yeah, it's an epic race. I really enjoyed it. Then later on, another safety car came out because Sergio Perez hit the wall, and that brought out another safety car. And then in the restart, Fernando Alonso was leading the race. Could Ferrari be on for their first win this season? Well, we'll have to wait and see. And then Sebastian Vettel spun the same as Sergio Perez, but luckily kept the car going because Hamilton was trying to overtake Vettel and he stuck behind Vettel for quite a few laps. But when Vettel spun, he's on the way and Hamilton started going after his teammate Nico Rosberg, which Nico Rosberg came into pits and Hamilton jumped Nico Rosberg. So Hamilton was up to third after starting in the pit lane. Then Mercedes told Hamilton to let Nico through. Then Lewis replied, "No, I'm not letting him pass." To me, I think that was payback from what happened in Monaco, where Nico Rosberg went off the track and stopped the car, so Hamilton's lap was abandoned. And to me, that was payback. Just as what Martin Brundle said, payback from Monaco, that was. So Hamilton refused team orders. I could not blame him at all. Nico Rosberg was saying, "Why is Hamilton not letting me through?" Lewis, please let Nico through. Please let Nico through. I mean, it's stupid. After the race, I think, or the next day, there were talks with Toto Wolff and Niki Lauda about team orders. So, didn't quite know the outcome and that, but then Fernando Alonso still leading the race, but unfortunately his tyres started to go away and Daniel Ricciardo made a pass. Well, looked like to me Alonso should have slowed down a bit quicker because he clearly cut the corner and Lewis Hamilton was complaining on team radio saying, Fernando got the corner. Well, I wouldn't say he had to give up the pace, he should have slowed down a bit. But in the end, Daniel Ricciardo passed Lewis Hamilton and then straight away passed Fernando Alonso. And Daniel Ricciardo, with 3 laps to go, just like in Canada, won his second race of the season. So many congratulations to him. Daniel Ricciardo is a future world champion in my opinion. He really is. Lewis Hamilton finished 3rd, Fernando Alonso 2nd. Ferrari were so close to their first win this season, but probably, in my opinion, their only opportunity to win a race this year, and it's gone, because it looks like they are on for their first winless season since 1993. For 21 years, the last time that happened, I was 1, believe it or not. I'm 21 now, so they failed to win this year, Ferrari, being their first winless season since 1993. And McLaren, believe it or not, they are on for a winless season for a 2nd year running. Unbelievable. Well, I really thought McLaren would win at least a few races this year after having a winless season last year. Ron Dennis back in the team. McLaren last year, they had their first winless season since 2006. It looks like they could have another winless season again this year, which is just bad. But hopefully with the return of Honda engines in 2015, that would give them a boost, because Honda used to dominate with McLaren and Williams. Also, there's been a bit of an update about Bernie Ecclestone is now going to scrap standing restarts. Yes! I much prefer the rolling restarts, so glad that happens. But it just shows the amount of accidents we've seen in the Hungarian Grand Prix on Sunday, that standing restarts would be dangerous, so why not just stick to the rolling restarts? So I think that's a sensible move, Bernie Ecclestone. I really do. So right, that was an epic race. Lewis Hamilton has brought Nico Rosberg's lead down to 11 points. Rosberg tried to pass Hamilton on the last lap, but Hamilton forced Nico wide. Hamilton was like, get out of my way. You're not coming through there. And Lewis Hamilton is the best driver in the world, in my opinion. It just shows it. Started on the pit lane and still finished 3rd. Next race is in Spa in a few weeks' time, as F1 now goes on its summer break. That was an epic race, best race this season, in my opinion. Comment your thoughts, who was your driver of the day, and what can Ferrari do to avoid their first win this season for 21 years. Bye bye.